Hello, and thank you for joining us on this edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. I'm Diamond Lewis.
And I'm Aviva Hoffman.
Today's show will focus on DeKalb Workforce Development. It's a DeKalb County department which is 100% federally funded, aimed at putting people of all ages to work all year round.
That's right. And if you're interested in career advice or work readiness skills like personal marketing, interviewing techniques, or basic computer training, DWD is the place to be.
We'll talk to Agency Director Cheryl Stone about the vital role DeKalb Workforce Development plays in DeKalb County's overall economic health. And we'll talk directly to those experts responsible for the wide array of skills training classes and job placement programs offered right here at DeKalb Workforce Development.
And intern India Westbrook, who first came to DCTV in the summer of 2011 through a program with DeKalb Workforce, is on hand to share how some of the programs here are so beneficial. But first, let's jump into our story on this great agency now that it's settled into its new facility. In 2013, DCTV was on hand for the grand opening.
This is a wonderful facility.
DeKalb Workforce Development Office is the place to connect with job opportunities and resources.
We are absolutely delighted with this opportunity, but more so we are delighted with the fact that we are able to provide expanded services to our community, to our residents, so that more jobs can be created in DeKalb County, so that more of our people can be employed in DeKalb County.
After nearly 2 decades, Workforce Development moved into a new home here on Jordan Lane in Decatur in 2013. This new location offers free parking and is MARTA accessible. That's helping the department expand its services to even more DeKalb residents.
For us, that's what it's all about. It's putting our residents to work, providing opportunities for people who are ready, willing, and able to work and to do what's right in our county.
And at DeKalb's Workforce Development, you can get the whole package.
We are hard at work, making quality of life, employment, quality opportunities for you, for us, and for all in DeKalb County. So we're hard at work, we're busy. So that's our E3 strategy.
700 employment seekers checked out the new facility during its grand opening celebration and job fair in 2013. And many more have come here since then to connect with even more employment opportunities. The on-site resource center offers more than 20 state-of-the-art computers as well as printing capabilities and internet access. Some participants get help with resume writing and applying for positions online. Many also get advice and make connections.
I'm very interested and very excited about the process, and hopefully that it will lead me somewhere.
I think it's going to provide us with the needs and the capacity to be able to train more people, provide more people with opportunities, with jobs, with access to jobs, with the training that's necessary to make them competitive in the marketplace.
But I've also seen the possibility of what can happen in a place like this, a place where young people can come to get summer jobs, a place where people that may not have a high school diploma can get GED, basic computer classes.
Many DeKalb County residents are benefiting from the services that Workforce Development offers and are really enjoying the newer additions.
I'm a job seeker, and I often utilize the services here at the workforce, particularly when they were on Church Street, so I was interested in seeing the new building, and also an opportunity to speak to some of the politicians that was responsible and some of the staff that was responsible for this program. This is a very unique program. It's helped a lot, and I've been able to find out how it can even help me more.
In addition to the new building, the mobile unit, also known as the Jobs Bus, is another DWD asset. It travels directly into the community to offer additional access to computers, printers, and workforce professionals who can provide job search guidance and career advice. DeKalb County's Workforce Development, offering new hope to thousands in DeKalb County. Each year, DeKalb Workforce Development helps more than 30,000 job seekers with employment and training opportunities.
And as we continue on with this special edition of Let's Talk DeKalb, we'll continue to highlight the many services available right here at DeKalb's Workforce Development Department. Right now, let's check in with our own India Westbrook. India first started working with DCTV as a rising senior in high school, and we're happy to report India is now a rising senior in college at the University of West Georgia. India, welcome to the show, and welcome to your 5th year working with DCTV.
Thanks, Diamond and Aviva. Yes, that's right. I got my internship with DCTV 23 with DeKalb Workforce Development. I've been here for nearly 5 years and I learned so much and I really gained a lot of experience. And I know with DeKalb Workforce Development's programs, they can definitely help you too. I'll be back in a little while to tell you more information about DeKalb Workforce Development. Back to you, Diamond and Aviva.
Thank you, India. We're so proud of you here at DCTV. And we'll check back in with you a little later on in the show.
And much more to come on this special DeKalb Workforce Development edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. Stay with us.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Welcome back to this Workforce Development edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. I'm joined now by Cheryl Stone, the Director of DeKalb Workforce Development. Thank you so much for joining us today, Cheryl.
Thank you for having me.
Now, for our viewers, please explain exactly what is the purpose of workforce development. I want people to truly understand what kind of a resource we have right here in DeKalb County.
Well, when you say workforce for DeKalb County, you're speaking of jobs. We place job seekers into sustainable working environments. We connect businesses with a skilled workforce. So if we're helping people find jobs, connecting that business to that skilled employee, we are doing our jobs.
Now, Cheryl, DeKalb's Workforce Development Agency has far exceeded your standards. Talk to us about the many awards you all have received because of the good work here in DeKalb County.
Well, I'm glad you asked that. Gives me an opportunity to brag.
Please.
I tell you, we have exceeded our performance for 11 consecutive years. No other workforce development agency that I know of can actually say that. There are 19 workforce development agencies in the state of Georgia, and I can say that we are number 3, at least within the top 3. So I won't say number 3, but within the top 3. And can't figure out if we're number 1, but I believe we really, I could probably say number 1 and could sleep good at night to say that, because we put people back to work. We strive to make sure persons find sustainable employment where they can work and be there, and there's retention, and we talk about average earnings where they can make those sustainable wages. So we're excited. We are a jewel for DeKalb County.
Now, you are exceeding those standards because you're constantly raising the bar through innovation. Talk to me about some of the new programs you have here in DeKalb.
Well, I tell you, we've introduced our work experience. Work experience is where we can put the job seeker into an employer's environment and let them get hands-on experience. We pay the job seeker a stipend, and they gain that hands-on experience. Second, we offer a program that we call on-the-job training, where we can we can put that job seeker into the work environment, and we reimburse the employer up to 50% of that job seeker's salary, but it's a win-win for both. The employer has a good worker, and that worker is training, and we're offsetting that training cost. So we're excited about that. And we will be rolling out, when you say innovation, there's another program we have. We will be rolling out our incumbent worker training program. And that's where a current employer there's an opportunity to close a skill gap. They've rolled out some new technology, and in order to keep that employer working and producing and helping the economy, we will pay for that skills gap training for current employees. So we're excited about incumbent worker training.
How can our viewers find out about the many services you offer here?
Well, they can go on our website, go on the county's website, as well as they can come to our website, which is workforcedevelopment.org. Okay? And as well, they can find us located at 774 Jordan Lane, Building 4 in Decatur, Georgia.
Now, I have to say this. You all offer these services every day here in the brick and mortar location. Mm-hmm. But then you have what we like to call the jobs bus, where you actually take the jobs to the people. Talk to me about that.
Absolutely. We have a we call it Mobile Career Center. It's the jobs bus. Whatever we do here, we can do that out in the field. So Monday through Thursday, the mobile unit is out and about in the communities. Anytime and it comes out at request just as well. And we have 13 computers there. We conduct seminars, as well as you can do your resume. We have employers sometimes come out to the mobile unit. So whatever we can do here, we can do on that mobile unit.
Cheryl, it's an awesome responsibility helping to find people jobs during a time such as this. What does success look like for DeKalb Workforce Development?
Success, for us, it is putting people back to work, being a catalyst, job creator. We work with employers. We have a unit that we deem as our business relations unit. That unit, their purpose is to go out and talk to employers and to find out what their needs are. And we match those needs with our job seekers. So success is exceeding those performance measures. You know, we have 11 consecutive years, so we're working on the 12th year.
Right.
So that's success. Success is where employers come back and realize that we are not the average employment office, what persons think the traditional employment office. We are an agency that we're the extension of your human resources department, and these services are free. It's your taxpayer dollars going back to work. So success is just making sure that we impact the economy in a positive way by identifying places for employees to be and connecting those employers with those skilled workers.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. So we know that people seeking employment can come here and use DeKalb Workforce Development as a resource, but employers who are looking to bring people into their various agencies also come here. So how can businesses come to you and say, you know what, we need to find some employees here in DeKalb County?
Absolutely. When they come to us, the process is they tell us what their needs are. Give us that job description. Tell us what the skill set is. And once we understand that, let me say, we do this through what we call a E3 business strategy. And that is education, employment, and economic development. When an employee comes in and say, my need is that I need some project managers, we say, is that a functional project manager or is that an IT project manager? So we drill down and find out exactly what the employee needs. Once we identify that, if there's some training that we need to pay for, occupational skills training, short-term training, we'll do that. We use our monies to pay for that. The payback from the job seeker is more so get a job and keep that job. That's all we ask. And so once the person is identified and we can place them with that employee, we do follow-up for 1 year after the person is placed. So if there's anything that job seeker needs or that employer needs, we are there to address those concerns.
You know, there are some jobs where it's just a job and you go home and you're just going to go back to it the next day. But I imagine that the kind of work that you do here is fulfilling. Can you go home and lay your head on the pillow well at night?
I tell you, Diamond, you know, I may have shared with you before that at one time, you know, I've heard people say they have a passion. I really didn't know what a passion was for a job until I started working here. To be able to know that the decisions you make, that it impacts so many others' lives and in a positive way, that I know that as we plan programs, that it impacts someone, it allows someone to keep their home, or it allows a person to put food on their table. So this is my passion. I love this job.
That's wonderful. And we thank you so much for all the work that you're doing and for spending some time with us on Let's Talk DeKalb today.
And thank you very much.
It's time now for us to check back in with India Westbrook. She's going to tell us about the job placement program here at DeKalb Workforce Development. India?
Thanks, Diamond. There are several areas of job placement focus here at DeKalb Workforce Development, which include construction, energy, professional and business services, along with the hospitality industry. DeKalb Workforce Development holds several job fairs throughout the year to help connect workers along with their employers. I'll be back a little bit later to tell you more about job training. Back to you, Diamond.
Thanks again, India. We'll check back in with you later on in the show. Next up, after the break, we'll check in with Aviva Hoffman. She's going to tell us a little bit more about the many training services they have here at DeKalb Workforce Development. We'll be right back with that and much more after the break.
I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. I've always wanted to be a police officer since I was a kid. I always looked up to the officers and respected them. There's actually a lot more to police work than just catching the bad guys and writing tickets.
was a police officer, I was working in corporate America. The job is different every day. Every day, I'm going to be faced with a new challenge, different things. 40, I'm on. I'm happy every day coming to work, knowing I make a difference.
The community out here really appreciates what we do.
We show a commitment every day to be there for them and provide them with a good service and justice.
Just that sense of fulfillment and knowing that I've helped someone possibly save their life that day gives me all the encouragement I need to do this job.
Do not quit, let's go! Push yourself!
The academy is the first step to becoming a police officer.
The DeKalb County Police Department is the best because they've got nationally recognized training.
Come on, you got it!
They've got great supervisors that support what you're doing. They support you as a person as well.
We have a team of officers that go out here and they answer 911 calls for 10 hours. None of them do it alone. They all do it together. We all back each other up. The Special Operations Division is made up of many different units. The K-9, the aerial unit, SWAT, motorcycles. It all comes together as one unit. We take care of the situation. We left. Let me see your hands! Drop the gun! I love the thrill. Criminals are trying to hide. I love chasing them. I love getting out there and getting in the mix with them.
You have honor amongst your fellow officers, honor in being a proud officer who furthered the DeKalb County Police Department to serve this community justly and with respect to all people.
There's a code of honor. There's honor, integrity, and loyalty. Why I did it? Because there's no other better job.
Hello, Jack. I am your grandfather. I waited so long to meet you.
Go say hi to your grandfather. 爷爷，我是你的孙子站，我等我好久好久，终于见到您了。
Everyone has a reason to live a healthier, longer life. What's yours?
Welcome back to our DeKalb Workforce Development edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. And joining us now is DWD Manager Taquan Jordan. Thanks for joining us on today's show.
Oh, glad to be here.
All right, and you're here to talk about skill training. It's a nice service that's offered through this agency. Tell us a little bit about some of the things, the skills that are offered.
Sure, absolutely. At DeKalb Workforce Development, we provide occupational skills training to adults and dislocated workers. Those participants can, as we would call them participants, they can
get training, whether it be through CDL, nursing, it could be forklift training. They could go to various schools throughout the state of Georgia to get that training, whether it be at a Georgia Tech or Georgia Driving Academy. And so that's one of the things that we do, and we try to make sure that we train them in what we call high demand occupations. Not just any training, not just any old job. We want to make sure that once they're trained that they can get into a career and they can make a sustainable wage.
And also, I imagine that once someone is in a career and they enjoy, learning, getting that challenge, they may have some skills that they need to just brush up on to maybe get a different responsibility within that job, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I guess that's what we would call maybe some soft skills. So now that the person has gotten that technical or in classroom training, now they may need some soft skills, maybe resume writing, interview, how to really get that job. And so we offer resume writing, interviewing skills, personal branding workshops here Monday through Thursday, mostly between the hours of 10 to 12 and 1 to 3. And so persons can come in to get those soft skills that they need to be able to land that job.
Let's go into a little bit of details, especially when you say personal branding with today's social media and all the internet. What is that like?
That's more so, how do you sell yourself? What's your 30-second elevator speech? How do you tell somebody who you are without giving them your entire life? How do you market yourself, like you said, whether it be on LinkedIn, Facebook? How do you really go out onto some of those professional social media outlets to really let people see the skill set and work experience that you bring to the table?
All right, and you also offer, in part of the soft skills, computer training, right?
Absolutely. So we have basic computer training that we do here as well, where we're going over the entire Microsoft suite. So PowerPoint, basic Word, basic Excel, etc.
And so who are the people that would be eligible for this type of a training workshop?
Our training workshops, anyone is available. Anyone can come in. That's available to anyone that comes through the doors. That can come and avail themselves of the actual soft skills training. When it comes to the occupational skills training, where DeKalb Workforce Development would pay for that training, it has to be DeKalb residents or a person that has been laid off from a DeKalb employer. And so we consider, and that's anyone that's of age 18 or older that could go through that training program.
All of these workshops and training skills are great. Is there any pre-registration required to attend them?
No, there's no pre-registration required. So if a customer saw that we had a resume writing class on a Wednesday and decided just to come in for that resume writing class, they are more than welcome to do that. However, we would like for customers to come in when we have orientation, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays of each week, and they could come in for their orientation. Orientation starts at 9 o'clock so that they can just avail themselves, or they can see everything that we do.
That is great. Now, I imagine that you have quite a few great success stories, but can you share maybe one with us today that, somebody got some of this help from a workshop and it really elevated them to the next level?
Absolutely. And I think that's the good thing about, or the rewarding thing about this line of work, is to see persons that may have come in that was dislocated, or persons that have come in that wasn't making a sustainable wage, and then after training, after the intervention of staff, that they're able to go out and now be a self-sustaining citizen of DeKalb County. And and with you mentioning that, there is a young lady that I received a phone call. Well, I saw her maybe 4 weeks ago, and she'd come into our office, and she was a veteran. And she was having some health issues, and through that, she wasn't able to go to training right away, but afterwards she did, finish and complete training. She was coming back in because she was having a hard time trying to find work. Well, I was able to give her a job lead, And so she was calling me back maybe a week ago to tell me that she actually got that job and they were able to accommodate her, her part-time schedule because of her disability, that she can work there part-time. And so that was very rewarding, and I was so glad that I was able to help that young lady.
That is wonderful. And you've been with DeKalb Workforce Development for quite a few years now, and I imagine that that's the bonus part of your job.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's my goal, that's my mission. Every day that I walk through those doors, how can I impact a family? How can I impact a individual in making sure that, you know, they can keep their lights on, that they can put food on their table, that they can feel good about themselves, clothing themselves, going to an employer, and just feeling good, you know, and helping to drive the economic success of DeKalb County by doing that.
That's all great stuff. I mean, amazing. And I don't think, you know, a lot of people out there realize just the total picture. So thank you very much for being on our show today. If people want to find out a little bit more, because, you know, we couldn't cover every aspect, tell us what they would do.
Absolutely. They can go to our website at DeKalbWorkforce.org, or they can call our office at 404-687-3400 for additional information. Or, you know, if they can come by each week on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're hosting orientations at 9 o'clock, so they can just stop by and you know, see what we're doing here and what services we have to offer.
That is great. Thank you to Quan Jordan for being on our show today. Appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Now, I wonder what DCTV intern India Westbrook is up to. India?
Thanks, Aviva. DeKalb Workforce Development offers several workshops here, such as resume writing, personal branding, and even basic computer skills to help you land that perfect job. For more information, you can always give them a call or even visit their website. Now, Aviva, the next time you see me, I'll be on the jobs bus. Back to you.
Thanks, India, and we sure are glad you used your skills and training to find your way to us at DCTV. Now, coming up, Diamond returns with a look at how DeKalb Workforce Development is putting our youth to work. That and much more right after the break.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment, and that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes. Yep, I did. Did you guys Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Hello, I'm DeKalb County Interim CEO Lee May, and I'm excited to announce after a successful test run, we are rolling forward to 1. It's one of the biggest service delivery changes in our county's history, all to better serve you.
Starting July 6th, DeKalb's implementing a one-day-a-week service model for collecting your garbage, recycling, and yard trimmings. We're rolling forward with the times to reduce inefficiencies, keep costs low, and improve safety. It's a change for the county, but a necessary one. The new program offers many benefits with absolutely no increase in fees to you. The county will provide standardized 65-gallon green trash containers, which will create a streamlined look of uniformity in your neighborhood. You'll place your solid waste, recycling, and yard trimmings at the curb all on the same day now. That's once a week. Rolling forward to 1 also includes an increased focus on recycling education and litter reduction, falling right in line with DeKalb's many green initiatives. This new program is expected to save the county between $8 to $10 million annually. Part of those savings will come from lower costs for equipment, maintenance, and resources. Also, no sanitation division employees will be terminated as a result of this service level change. Some employees will be redeployed to serve in varying roles with the division's Clean Communities initiative, thereby keeping our communities even cleaner than ever before. If you have any questions about the new sanitation collection procedures, contact customer service at 404-294-2900 or go online to rollingforwardto1.com.
So, get ready for Rolling Forward to 1, as this new program saves time, money, and resources. DeKalb County, it's time to roll, and we are doing it together as one.
Welcome back to this special Workforce Development edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. I'm Diamond Lewis. We're joined now by LaTanya Lowry. She's the Employment Training Supervisor here at DeKalb Workforce. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Not a problem.
Now, you primarily focus on the youth programs. Tell us about the youth programs that you offer here at DeKalb Workforce Development.
The Youth Employment Program is a program that is 100% federally funded by the U.S. Department of Labor. And what we do is we provide academic opportunities as well as employment experience for young people within DeKalb County.
Now, who exactly is eligible for this program?
Oh, well, with the eligibility requirements, first, they must be a DeKalb County resident. Second, they must be between the ages of 14 to 21. However, with the new legislative law beginning July 1, that age changes up to 24. So it'll be now 14 to 24. We have special focus on our out-of-school youth who are between the ages of 16 to 24 because the law has noticed that there's a lot of young people that just need assistance in transitioning to employment.
And there are some income requirements as well?
Yes, there are income requirements as well as there are barriers that the youth must have. So the first thing is you have to meet the age requirement. The second, you have to meet the residency requirement. And then the third with the income, and lastly with the fourth, the barrier. That could be if you are pregnant or parenting, perhaps an ex-offender, or have some run-in with juvenile court, things of that nature, which is why we partner with those agencies.
Now, in our research for this show, it became very clear that you are going to force me to get this information out there. The summer work program is only a component of the youth programming you're talking about.
Absolutely. The way that the program works is we recruit youth, they start the program. Once they start the program, they are going to select a career pathway. That career pathway, hypothetically, is accounting. Okay, so my job would be to help them find certifications or diplomas that focus on that particular career. So if they decided to take a QuickBooks certification, which is a nationally recognized diploma, from there, it's also my job to help them find employment opportunities within that field. So if someone's interested in being an accountant, I wouldn't have them working in a vet's office because it's not a match. So again, with work experience, that's people who are in the program, and there has to be an academic connection.
So this program is really creating a pipeline into full-time employment for our youth. So we're going to assess what your needs are.
Correct.
Then we're going to train you and get you properly positioned for whatever opportunities may come. Then we're going to get your foot in the door.
Absolutely. In a perfect world, I would have a youth come in and they say, I would like to be a police officer. Fine. And that means I can send you to Georgia Piedmont Technical College, and they have a 6 to 9 month diploma program that focuses on criminal justice. Again, it's an introductory program. Once you do that, now I could work hypothetically with DeKalb County Public Safety, and you could have an internship working in that office. It could be administrative, it could be helping distribute the mail, but at least it's introducing you into that environment. If you do well and public safety decides, wow, this would be a great candidate to bring on full-time, at that time, that's where you can transition into full-time employment. That's perfect world. If you don't transition, the great thing is you did leave with a resume builder. So if DeKalb County does not hire you, then maybe there's an opportunity somewhere else in that field. But again, you have the academic connection to the employment connection, then hopefully the transition to full-time employment.
Now, you use the word internship. In my industry, especially kind of old school, although I'm 21,
yes,
kind of old school, we had internships that were unpaid.
Absolutely.
You just did the work.
Absolutely.
And accepted it. But your program offers something a little bit better. They're actually paid internships, right?
Yes, that is correct. One of our program elements is to provide work experience, both paid and unpaid. There are some situations where, yes, youth can job shadow, which is the internship that you and I are familiar with. But then you also have the paid internship where we pay $8 an hour, and youth are able to work up to 32 hours a week.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
And again, you said this is for youth who have diplomas or looking to seek their diploma as well as their GED?
Correct. The way that we define an out-of-school youth is someone who either A, has graduated from high school but still might be basic skill deficient. They've graduated from high school and they're having difficulty finding consistent full-time employment, graduated from high school or need to get their GED and need to find some sort of occupational certification. So remember, the educational piece is always going to be first. What we suggest is that the youth contact our office directly so that we can assess their particular scenario, because everyone's different. And then once we determine their eligibility, then we create a career pathway plan for them. And then after they create that career pathway, go ahead and get them enrolled in some type of academic institution so they can get their certification. While doing that, provide them with their work experience that is directly connected to their academic pursuits.
Now, this is obviously a great program, but it's also a successful program. Tell me about how many participants you currently have enrolled in your program.
Currently, we have over 600 youth enrolled in our program, and those youth range between the ages of 16 to 24. Again, as we stated before, with WIA, we went up to 21, so there's some time that people need to finish their GED program as well as get acclimated to the professional environments that they're introduced to. But with us extending the age to 24, that means it's very possible you could enter our program at 23 or 24 and still be with us till about 26 or 27 because you're trying to understand how to work within the system.
Tanya, thank you so much for all the work you're doing with our Opportunity Youth.
Yes. All right, not a problem.
Up next is our own Elena Daniel. She's going to tell us about another agency working to employ youth and help to prepare them for their future. She's going to tell us all about the Hank Stewart Foundation and its recent collaboration with DeKalb County Government. Elena, tell us all about the good work of my good friend, Hank Stewart.
It's not unusual to see students hustle and bustle throughout Towers High School, but on this particular day, they are hustling for a different purpose: to make connections, find a job, and jumpstart their future at Hank Stewart's 8th annual career fair.
It gave you a response to have a one-on-one communication with certain people that's in certain companies, and you can build that. So while you're doing while I'm doing my college application, I can have references from actually real world people that said, hey, you know, they met me, they like my spirit, and they would like to see me further grow in my education and my career.
Hank Stewart's Career Day started from humble beginnings as a way to encourage students and show them what their future could look like.
I remember when we started this in the cafeteria, he wanted just to do something to enlighten and encourage the students here in Towers High School. Towers High School and the community was one of those communities that was needing a little bit of encouragement. One of the challenging schools that we thought we need to uplift the kids and the parents in the community.
Now, 8 years later, this annual event has grown tremendously, hosting a number of organizations, including members of DeKalb County Government, all coming together for one purpose: to help our youth succeed.
I'm excited just to be here to share with the students that they can be whatever they want to be. You just have to be there for them. When they're maybe moving in a direction that you know is maybe not the correct direction, then help them to shift left.
It is the most gratifying thing. And when I'm in classes, you know, students will always ask, what do you really like about your job? And I always say what I'm doing right now.
I read somewhere that kids are 20% of our population, but they're 100% of our future. And I know it's important to invest in this 20% so we will have 100%. So the Stewart Foundation, our focus is mind, body, and soul is developing young people.
For the past 2 years, DeKalb Workforce Development has partnered with the Stewart Foundation, and they have contributed tremendously to the event. This year, DeKalb Workforce brought in more than 200 businesses with open positions for students. So many of them have the opportunity to walk away with a new job.
Today we have the Georgia Tech Conference Center that's here. We have Kroger, we have T-Mobile, we also have Keep DeKalb Beautiful, we have DeKalb County Human Resources, we have the Georgia Department of Labor, and so many others.
The Career Day also introduced students to real-life money management, putting them in situations where they would have to balance their finances based on a life profile they were given. They even learned how to figure out their credit score and FICO score.
If we give them jobs, we've got to teach them how to manage your finances, and did an incredible partnership with the National Black MBA program, which has been phenomenal, going down to the JA finance part and building a simulation so that our children are very, very astute about money management. So it's been a phenomenal experience.
From money management to finding a job and networking with potential employers, the students at Towers High School definitely appreciate every tool they could pack into their toolbox.
It was really good because it helps them look around and see what they know about us and what kind of things we want to do in life, so they can help us out so we can be better in the future.
This is going to serve as a model for other high schools throughout DeKalb County. We had the superintendent that was here this morning to bring greetings, as well as the principal from Cedar Grove High School, in which we're looking to take this model into Cedar Grove High School sometime in October. And so we're looking at maybe putting this at some of the other DeKalb County high schools soon, very soon.
It looks like the youth of DeKalb County have a bright future ahead of them, thanks to a great partnership. Elena Daniel, Let's Talk DeKalb.
Thank you, Elena. Now, if you missed the job fair at Towers High School, no worries. Both DeKalb County Government and the Hank Stewart Foundation offer year-round youth programs. Visit either website for more information. Now it's time for our final check-in with our own India Westbrook. She's over on the jobs bus. India?
Thanks, Diamond. Right now, I'm on DeKalb Workforce Development's mobile unit, which we know as the jobs bus, which houses 12 computers to where the community can come aboard and search for jobs. For more information, you can always call or visit their website for the jobs bus location. Now, I would like to say thank you, and I appreciate DeKalb Workforce efforts with working with me and helping me with my future endeavors and my future career. Thank you. Back to you, Diamond.
Thank you so much, India, for all of the helpful information you've given us on today's show, and certainly for all of your hard work over the years at DCTV. We truly appreciate it. Now grab your pen and pad. Just after the break, we'll recap all of the helpful websites and phone numbers we provided you throughout the show. We'll be right back with much more Let's Talk DeKalb.
Is that Grandpa?
Yeah, that's my dad. One day you're gonna have those tags.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Everyone has a reason to live a healthier, longer life. What's yours?
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. I've always wanted to be a police officer since I was a kid. I always looked up to the officers and respected them. There's actually a lot more to police work than just catching the bad guys and writing tickets.
Well, as a police officer, I was working in corporate America. The job is different every day. Every day, I'm going to be faced with a new challenge, different things. 40, I'm on. I'm happy every day coming to work, knowing I make a difference.
The community out here really appreciates what we do.
We show a commitment every day to be there for them and provide them with a good service and justice.
Just that sense of fulfillment and knowing that I've helped someone possibly save their life that day gives me all the encouragement I need to do this job.
Do not quit, let's go! Push yourself!
The academy is the first step to becoming a police officer.
The DeKalb County Police Department is the best because they've got nationally recognized training.
Come on, you got it.
They've got great supervisors that support what you're doing. They support you as a person as well.
We have a team of officers that go out here and they answer 911 calls for 10 hours. None of them do it alone. They all do it together. We all back each other up. Special Operations Division is made up of many different units. The K-9, the aerial unit, SWAT, motorcycles. It all comes together as one unit. We take care of the situation.
We left. Let me see your hands! Drop the gun!
I love the thrill. Criminals are trying to hide. I love chasing them. I love getting out there and getting in the mix with them.
honor amongst your fellow officers, honor in being a proud officer who for the DeKalb County Police Department to serve this community justly and with respect to all people.
There's a code of honor. There's honor, integrity, and loyalty. Why I did it? Because there's no other better job.
Welcome back to this special edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. We're reporting on location from DeKalb's Workforce Development Department. I'm Diamond Lewis.
And I'm Aviva Hoffman.
And our final story of the show will take you to a special event planned just for DeKalb County youth. And as you'll see, DeKalb County youth truly rock.
That's right, hundreds of fresh faces at the annual Youth Employment Training Program are introduced to different career paths and different occupations, and DCTV was there.
Hundreds of young people are thinking about future career paths thanks to a very engaging DeKalb Workforce Development session, the Youth Roundup Occupational Career Kickoff, or Youth Rock event.
I know you worked very hard this summer at your different work sites, and I appreciate you, and I'm glad, and I know you're ready to rock.
We employed 268 youth this summer, and so at the end of the summer, we want to introduce careers, various careers from information technology to entertainment and media.
DWD's summer training program is all about introducing participants ages 14 to 21 to potential future employment possibilities and academic endeavors.
You work 8 weeks at over 50 different work sites throughout DeKalb County. You guys got up early in the morning, learned some things, and you guys did an excellent job.
I'm gonna leave on this one. I'm gonna leave on it, but thank you for allowing me to say this.
At Youth Rock, students attended workshops, both traditional and non-traditional career paths. They heard from speakers, witnessed role play, and demonstrations too. Atlanta native and music industry renaissance man Rick Ross imparted nuggets of wisdom you can only pick up after years and years of first-hand experience.
Find something that you're passionate about, find something that you would do for free, and make that your career.
Music promoter Azim Rashid had some of the same eye-opening advice.
There's 5 jobs in front of the mic, but there's 500 jobs behind the mic.
The students especially related to one young speaker who began working with DeKalb County Government through Workforce Development not too long ago.
Don't let anyone keep you in that one little box. If you want to do something, get out there and do it. Don't just stand back and just let people push you off to the side. You are somebody. Say that with me. You are somebody. You are somebody. You are somebody. You can do it.
The workshops covered a wide range of careers, including criminal justice, film production, music production, technology, the military, and much more. And DCTV was on hand too, to share the ins and outs of television and life.
You have amazing opportunities, but you have to kind of take the initiative to go out, find, seek, challenge yourself, and do.
Of course, we had to interview another one of our stellar interns who worked with us before.
I guess just with DCTV and television, you don't really look behind the camera and all the things that go on. Like, I didn't really know you had to write a script and all that before you just put it on air.
At Youth Rock, the students truly got to see living proof of the old Confucius saying, choose a job you love, and you'll never have to work a day in your life.
Speaking of work, I'm also a participant in the DeKalb Workforce Development Program. I'm Crystal Thomas. Let's talk DeKalb.
And remember, DeKalb Workforce Development is not just for summer internships. The agency helps students and adults all year round.
And if you're looking for career advice, job opportunities, or you're looking for the tools that you need to get ready for your next job, make sure you get in touch with DeKalb Workforce Development, a true resource right here in our county. To find out more about any of the services we highlighted during today's show, here's all the contact information you'll need to do just that. For more information about DeKalb's Workforce Development Department, go online to DeKalbWorkforce.org You can also reach them by phone at 404-687-3400.
Or visit DeKalb Workforce in person at 774 Jordan Lane, Building 4 in Decatur, 30033. To learn more about other DeKalb County services and events, be sure to check out the county's internet site at DeKalbCountyGA.gov.
You know, we here at DCTV pride ourselves at offering you a front row seat to all things uniquely DeKalb, and we certainly hope you enjoy our programming. Share your thoughts with us. We want to know what you think about our programming. Shoot us an email to dctv@DeKalbCountyGA.gov.
And remember, you can stay connected to DeKalb County through DCTV's social media channels and get exclusive access to additional DCTV videos at our sites.
And for the latest videos and latest DeKalb County news, be sure to visit our webpage at dctvchannel23.tv.
Or give us a call at 404-371-2989.
Well, Aviva, I truly have had a lot of fun today, and I learned so much.
I did too.
We thank you so much for joining us on this special edition of
Let's Talk DeKalb.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.